Hello everybody, welcome to the 1995 Canadian Grand Prix. As you can see, the two Benettons monopolising the front row. Williams are back ahead of Ferrari for a change, and one of the Ferraris has stalled. That I think is Gerhardberger has stalled on the line. So Berger, who was second in the World Championship going into this race, he might have a bit of an issue. Look at the Pacific charging down there, and then that Jordan has pulled off as well. So we flicked back just to see if anybody hit the stalled Ferrari. I don't think they did, but Gerhardberger very much out of the Grand Prix, and Michael Schumacher pulling out a nice tidy little lead, and Johnny Herbert can play the team game now and hold back Damon Hill. jeanalesi has got up ahead of David Coulthard, up in a fourth place for the Ferrari there then. But Schumacher continues to lead, and Herbert holding off Hill. Then it's Alesi, Coulthard and Panis up in the sixth. He managed to hold on to his grid slot then, with Berger behind him retiring. And here we go, Coulthard is very much having a look at Alesi, and Hill also having a look at Herbert. Both Williams want to progress up, but they definitely, I think, feel that they can do better than they are at the moment. That car has some pace this weekend. We don't know how much. Could it win the race? Well, Hill's got to try to pass Herbert first, and Johnny Herbert's on that confidence high from winning Monaco. Look at Coulthard, he comes steaming in, goes past Alesi, and David Coulthard now up in the fourth. And he went steaming in at Monaco, of course, and went out of the race. But this time, Coulthard gets the job done. He is in the fourth place, and he can start setting about his teammate and those two Benettons up ahead. Coulthard only has 7 points so far this season. He needs a good result here. Herbert continues to chase Schumacher, and I think he's starting to close in a bit. He's starting to get away from Damon Hill a little bit, and Johnny Herbert would love to be able to take a victory here today, a second victory in a row. Will Michael Schumacher allow that to happen? I have my doubts, but we will see. We are onto the second lap. Of course, there's always the looming prospect of pit stops in a wet to dry race as well, which is what this is turning out to be. It is very much drying up. You can see a dry line developing, and I think there may just be a little bit of sun poking out a little bit there. You can see in the distance that sky is gradually getting bluer, and Schumacher continuing to lead in this circumstance with Johnny Herbert behind him. And if the cars are going to pit, which ones will they be? We shall have to see. This race may well change out. There's been a lot of drama already and a lot of things going on. It appears to have settled down a little bit, but we wait to see, because I don't think we're done yet. Herbert is very close to Schumacher. Hill is very close as well. That is a trio fighting for the win, absolutely fighting for the win. Coulthard and Berger not a million miles behind them, and they will hope if something goes wrong for those top three and they get into some sort of pile-up, Alesi, not Berger, they are all ready to try to attack. And Herbert is attacking Schumacher now, but this means going onto the wet line, and he can't quite do it. He has to tuck back in behind his teammate, and Michael Schumacher then holds the lead as they come out of the hairpin. And I think we can hear that some teams are planning to pit, so it'll be interesting to see which ones, or which cars go in as well, because some will be. There's definitely going to be some decimation of the top six here, but the question is who will make the right decisions, who will make the wrong ones. And there's only one lap to go after this. So, and Schumacher is in. Schumacher and Hill as well is in. So the two big guns from last year, Michael Schumacher and Damon Hill, enter the pit lane. That takes them out of any serious contention now, surely. And Alesi has pitted as well. So once again, points drop for jeanalesi. That's a shame for him and Ferrari, but they made the decision. And behind, I think Panis is pitted as well. So who is left out there? No one else has crossed the line, and Schumacher's got going again, so he might even hold on to third here. And Hill just behind. Let's see. Damon Hill is in fourth, so he will still try to attack Schumacher, but no Herbert to protect Schumacher now. And Panis is trying to battle Badoer's Minardi is ahead of him. So Lucabadoer up in the fifth place. Panis holds sixth. Moreno so close to getting into the points with a 40, but not quite there. He is in seventh. You've got Salo, you've got Alesi drop to ninth. Surely that is too much of a tall order, even for jeanalesi to come back into the points now. But we shall watch Herbert and Coulthard, because they are up there and they are battling. They are very much 1 and 2 in this race. They have a comfortable margin with their teammates having pitted, and it is all about, can Herbert get a second victory of the season and in a row, or can Coulthard get the first win of his career? He's not quite close enough into the hairpin, and Herbert is looking comfortable enough for now. And here is Schumacher and Hill. That is the other Benetton-Williams battle. Both Williams behind Benettons. Both Williams clearly can go quicker than those Benettons, and Damon Hill is looking to prove that now. Schumacher has got an advantage though. He should be able to close this down but Hill is still there, and Damon is not taking no for an answer, and through he goes. Damon Hill into third place. Brilliant bit of driving from Damon, and he is in the third. And now we switch back to the battle for the lead. It's Herbert. He's going to close that ground down, but Coulthard will be inspired, and he's headed out towards Champions Wall there. Doesn't hit it, keeps going for it, but Johnny Herbert has surely got it now. They come across the line, and Herbert takes a second win of 1995, a second win in a row, and it moves him up to 23 points. Remember, he only had 3 points before his win in Monaco, but a superb performance from Johnny Herbert today. David Coulthard, best result of the season, has to be content with that. Damon Hill indeed holds on to third place, and Michael Schumacher finishes down in fourth. But before the race, Schumacher had a 12-point lead over Berger, with Berger stalling at the start. Damon Hill has to come up from a bit further back, so Schumacher's championship lead has actually extended to 14 points. It seems that whatever happens this season at the moment, Michael Schumacher comes out of it smelling very much of roses, and he's done the same again today. Lucabadoer finishes in 5th place for Minardi, and Olivier Panis picking up his first point of the season in 6th for Ligier. And jeanalesi down in 9th, as you can see. So the strategy worked out just about for Hill and Schumacher, but not for Alesi. Here is the championship standings then. Michael Schumacher 14 ahead of Damon Hill. Berger and Herbert are just a point each behind. And then Alesi on 16, Coulthard on 13. Then you have the myriad of Frentz and Brundle, Mansell and Badoa now entering the top 10 of the Drivers' Championship. Katayama and Panis the other scorers. And then we see the Constructors' Championship, Benetton comfortable still, Ferrari and Williams very close indeed, and then everybody else battling over 4th place. So all that's left to say now is thank you very much for watching, appreciate your support, and please do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done yet. Subscribing is free and it really helps the channel out. Leave a comment as well, let me know what you thought of the race, and it's always nice to have a chat, and I will see you soon. All the best, take care.
Bye-bye.